Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the Bridgerton palette, and we have our usual disclaimer. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you disagree with the ingredients in this product, do not harass anyone under any circumstances. Just find a new product. It's easier. So we're going to be doing the Bridgerton palette. Specifically, although I am disappointed in this packaging, we're going to be doing the Regency Blue shade, which is super amazing that I can't get on myself because I'm all over the place. Okay, so we're going to be doing the blue one. If you were curious, because doing all 6 of them would be a disaster. Where's my Lego person? Am I a Lego person? Okay, there's my Lego person. All right. That makes it all better. Okay, so the ingredients in this Regency Blue are pretty extensive. Actually, there's quite a lot. I know this one has glass beads. Interesting enough, a lot of glass is actually incorporated into this, and we're going to go through these ingredients and see what's actually in, but just this one for now. This takes a while. Okay, so the first ingredient is calcium titanium borosilicate, and that's a bulking agent. It's basically a type of glass. And there is a limit on how much you can use. It's not just like, oh, here's a whole bunch of glass. No, there's only so much you can use per product. The second product is calcium sodium borosilicate, which is just another glass material. It's commonly found in nail polish, BB creams, toothpaste. It's in a ton of stuff. It's totally fine. The third ingredient is mica, which is a mineral. It's white flaky sheets. It's really pearly. It's what gives that pearly, like, opalescence look. Its chemical formula is Al2K2O6Si, so it's basically aluminum, potassium, oxygen, and silicon. There's a lot of silicon in this, which is really interesting to me. And I have some pieces of silicon right here, like this is rose quartz, which is just purple SiO2, and other types of silicon as well in certain ways here. And it even pretty much comes in almost every color. So then we have cetearyl ethyl hexonate, which is basically just a skin lubricant and texture enhancer. So if you want your texture to like stay nice and pretty, then this is what you're gonna want to put in it. Like, you're definitely gonna want to have that in your formula. The next one is synthetic fluorofluorite. Yeah, I just butchered that one. It's basically fluorine, but it's really, really heavy. Like, in terms of weight, it's really, really heavy. And I have a piece of, this is actual fluorite, and it goes from green to purple and white. So it's pretty interesting. Variety of colors, and it also can come in, you get a variety of colors here with your quartz and your silica. Very, very, very common. So after that, we have glycerin, which is to treat dry, flaky skin. So this way it'll stay on and not flake off. It'll actually stay sort of where you put it. The 1,2 hexanoidal is basically C6H14O2. It is just a fancy way of saying it's a preservative. Yay. Capricol glycol is CH18O2, and that's just another skin conditioning agent, which comes from palm or coconut oil. Now, here's the problem. I do not know whether this comes from palm or coconut oil, or if this comes from milk from mammals. It can come from 2 different sources. So if a product says they're vegan and all this other stuff, then you need to make sure that the capricol glycol is not coming from milk from mammals. I don't really know exactly how that works. I'm not vegan. But it can come from palm or coconut oil as well. So you need to make sure, like, which source it's coming from. In this case, I do not know which one it's coming from. I do not know if it's from the plant or if it's from a mammal. So that might be something you might want to look into. The next one is Cronidus crispus extract. And that is a very, very fancy way of saying that this substance controls the viscosity of another substance. That's it. I don't know. Then we have ethyl hexyl glycerin, and that, again, another preservative. So not really anything interesting so far. I mean, we have some mica and silica, shiny, flaky powders, but that's about it. Might have some mammal milk in there. We'll see. So next we have octyldodecyl sterile cerate, which is another super fancy way of saying ester, which is a skin conditioning agent and also helps increase viscosity. So apparently Pat McGrath really has a thing for viscosity and skin conditioning, which is not a bad thing at all. Like, I'm totally pro viscosity, so that's fine. So next we have pentaethyl tetra butyl hydroxycinnamate. Gesundheit. I know that was very difficult, and I probably butchered part of that. That's just an antioxidant. That whole word was just an antioxidant, and it's also a stabilizer, and it's there to maintain the performance. So it stays on during the day. It doesn't just like go on and then like wipe right off. Like, it actually is a stabilizer and an antioxidant. Although that was easier to say than the actual ingredient. Then we have a Polysorbate 20, which is derived from natural sugar alcohol, and it's basically a detergent and an emulsifier. It's found in darn near everything. It's just one of those ingredients like water. Although I haven't actually come into contact with water in this list yet, which is surprising, but I'm okay with it. Next we have Squalene, which comes from oil. And this is another controversial ingredient because I don't know which source this comes from. Squalene, sorry, it can come, usually if you want a really high amount of it, you get it from fish. Specifically shark liver oil. That's where it comes from. If you want a really tiny amount, you can use vegetable oil. So again, depending on the source, which I don't have access to, this could come from shark liver or it could come from vegetables oil. So again, I don't know which one it is, but it could be either one. And if you don't want to put shark liver oil on your eyelids, then you might hope that it's just the vegetable oil, or you can, I don't know which one they use, but I don't know much about the brand. This is like the first thing I own from the brand. So anyway, am I still going to put it on my eyes if it's shark liver oil? Yes, because we have not encountered an ingredient I'm currently allergic to yet. So yeah, totally. Next we have tin oxide, another mineral. It's actually referred to as cassiterite, and it's a main ore of tin. It's basically a shiny powder. Okay, that's what it is. And then tocopherol is a super fancy way of just saying vitamin E. Why I can't say vitamin E, I don't know. Because probably there's tons of different forms of it, and they want to be real specific and fancy, and that's fine. Then we have xanthan gum, which is another thickening agent and stabilizer. Titanium dioxide, again, another pigment powder, nothing exciting. Iron oxide, which is rust. So another pigment, although it's not actual like that kind of rust. There's like multiple forms of it. You're not actually, you know. Then we have manganese violet, which again, bright purple powder, beautiful, used as a coloring. It's gorgeous. I would have just put the powder in there. Anyway, that would probably be a disaster. Then we have carmine, which is a fancy way of saying it, crimson lake red coloring. Again, another pigment, another powder. Then we have ferric ammonium ferrocyanide. And I know that might sound scary, but it's a fancy way of saying colored salt. That's it. So we have a lot of powders, a lot of minerals, a lot of viscosity agents, a lot of preservatives, and some vitamin E thrown in there with a bunch of stabilizing and thickening and skin shiny powderness. So that's what's in that one color, and that's about it. Let me know what color you want me to do next, or if I should do, I was thinking I really want to do, I just got the a 3 set of the Gucci lipsticks in the mail, and they're showing the packaging, and I really want to see what's in those. And I also want to see what's in the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, because I haven't worn any of them yet either. I want to see what's in what before I put anything on. But this, I know I can put the blue shade on and not die. So we're good. So yeah. Thanks. Have a great day. Charlotte White says hi.